This is Cookie Run Kingdom, a very original game, and this is a rip-off version of Cookie Run. You can already see the similarities. Now, instead of making a video on the real Cookie Run like I'm supposed to, I spent 24 hours playing this rip-off Cookie Run game over the span of 6 days. So today, I'm gonna show you everything I saw in those 24 hours, and I'm gonna compare this game to the real game. And also, this game is called Plant Adventure, in case you're wondering. So, the first thing we're gonna look at is the Kingdom Arena. And yes, it has the same name as in Cookie Run. So here's what the Kingdom Arena GUI looks like, and this is what happens when you copy someone's homework. To actually play an arena, you have to set up your team of 5 plants just like this, and I'll talk about these characters in a little bit. So now, I'm gonna start an arena battle so you can see what it looks like. I also want to mention that I actually made a video on this game before, except I only went through the tutorial. But anyways, let's talk about this arena match. There's 5 skill icons at the bottom of the screen that are automatically clicked for you, just like in Cookie Run. All of the characters have their own unique skills, and we also have health bars, a timer, treasures, and a speed up. And now I'm gonna show you my team. So first up, we have my main damage dealer, which is a sunflower. So anyways, my sunflower skill is just like Espresso's. They both suck enemies in and they both deal massive damage. And all I gotta say is, this sunflower is the best damage dealer in the whole entire game. You can take my word for it because I reached top 100 in the arena as a free-to-play. That's right, this arena is free-to-play friendly. Now, let's talk about my favorite character, also known as my secondary DPS. Blueberry Girl's skill is pretty much the same exact thing as Black Raisin's skill. And although Blueberry Girl's not as strong as Sunflower, she's still pretty good. And now I have to collect my daily rewards because the server's about to reset. So here are some houses that produce XP for all your characters. These houses are the same thing as the cookie houses in Cookie Run. Next, we have this plant fountain, which is the same thing as a fountain of abundance. Here's a train station, which is the same thing as... yeah, you already get the point. Now here's the event page, and you know what's interesting? There's an event where you can get an uber rare plant right now, and it's basically the same exact thing as getting Dark Cacao from the Nether Gacha. And here's my favorite feature, a mailbox where you can redeem friends gifts and coupon codes. But here's the catch. In Cookie Run Kingdom, there's this thing called the Prestige Leaderboard, and the only way to actually get on it is to use coupon codes on yourself. And this game also has a Prestige Leaderboard. Now, a week ago, I said I wanted to be on this Prestige Leaderboard, and you can tell that I was kinda bored that day. Anyways, back to my kingdom. So here's the balloon exploration thingy. It's basically the same thing as in Cookie Run. And now, here's a Tree of Wishes. It's actually a lot less painful to give this Tree of Wishes resources instead of the one in Cookie Run. The one in Cookie Run punishes you so hard, like oh my god. And finally, here's the production buildings where you produce a bunch of stuff. So now, I'm gonna go over all the game modes of this game besides Kingdom Arena because we already went over it. So first up, we have the Forest Academy. It's the same thing as bounties, by the way. So here's what it looks like, and there's also 10 levels you can do to fight a boss. You can also instantly complete replayed levels with the use of a RIPOFF time jumper. You also earn RIPOFF skill powder, and this is used to level up your RIPOFF cookies' RIPOFF skills. Now let's talk about Guild Battle. The developers didn't even bother changing the name. So here's what the Guild GUI looks like, and now I'm gonna show you some gameplay. I also want to point out that the octopus guy right there is actually the same exact thing as the Red Velvet Dragon. And unfortunately, this game forces you to stay in auto mode for Guild Battle, so you can't manually time skills, which kinda sucks. And now, here's what the guild layout looks like, and you get the point by now. So the next game mode is called Floating Island, and it's the equivalent of Tower of Sleep Chaos in Cookie Run. In this game mode, you fight enemies and get rewards, pretty self-explanatory. Honestly, there's not really much to say about this game mode. And now it's time to talk about World Adventure, but I have a lot of stuff to say about this. What if I told you that this World Adventure is actually hard? Now, there's only 6 worlds in this game right now, and you're probably thinking, well, this is only as difficult as worlds 1 through 6 in Cookie Run. However, I beat the whole entire story mode, and I'm gonna tell you right now, this story mode is brutal. And now, I'm gonna fight the final boss of this game to show you exactly how hard this game is. First off, the boss kills off your tanks really fast. As you can see, my tank's health goes down really fast and he just dies. So now you may be wondering, shouldn't tanks be more tanky? Well, the thing is, all tanks in this game suck. The tank I use generates an HP shield, but that HP shield only has like 1 HP. I've also used more offensive tanks in the past and they just do no damage at all. The only way to counter this is to use 2 healers. Healers in this game are actually meta because the tank sucks so much. Anyways, here's my first healer, basically a strawberry crepe ripoff in anime style. And here's my second healer, Maractus from Pokemon. But then all of a sudden, the boss forms an indestructible shield around it that you can't break without crowd control, and if you make one little mistake, then you die. The final boss literally one-shots everybody no matter what. Okay, I don't want to talk about this anymore. This level gave me a lot of trauma and I'm just gonna whatever. So here's the world exploration map, and of course we have the Sizer mini boss. And if you thought that's overkill, then just wait until you see episode 4. Does anything look suspicious about this? Well, you're right, cause there's a literal weeping bell right there. If you couldn't tell by now, I've gone completely insane making this video. I spent more than 20 hours on it, and what am I doing with my life? And yes, there are toppings, and they're called emblems. However, there's no cooldown topping equivalent, so that's kind of a bummer, but oh well. And of course, this game wouldn't be a complete ripoff without the treasures. Yay. Here, we have the Sugar Swan Feather ripoff. It's actually the best treasure in the game. And now here's a treasure that's a ripoff from the potato mine in Plants vs Zombies. Now here's what the treasure gacha looks like. However, there's no old pilgrim scroll equivalent, there's no jelly watch, and there's no enchanted robes, so yeah, that's kinda bad. And now, here's the one thing this game hasn't ripped off from Cookie Run. You can actually reset your character's level and you get some of the XP back, and it's actually really good. And now, if you want to find out all the little tiny details of this game, you can go play it yourself. So now, you should subscribe, because I'm poor. And wouldn't it be rude if I just ended the video right now?